Hi there, it's Charlene here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. Today I'm going to be showing you all how to get my favorite style, which is a braid out on stretched hair with a little perm rods in the back. This is number one, hands down, my go-to style, so I cannot wait to show you guys how to do it. I'm starting on really old hair. This hair has been back into a little twisted bun for a couple of days, and so we're going to start from here. I've already shampooed my hair off camera. You guys already know how to do this. I've shampooed it, conditioned it a little bit with some Ite conditioner just because I like that conditioner. And as you can see, these are my natural curls straight out the shower. I'm also going to be using a little Mielle Organics heat protectant spray because the first thing that we have to do is protect the hair from the heat because we're about to blow dry this hair out. I'm going to start by using this Texture Pro comb. I really like this comb because it's really easy to detangle my hair with, surprisingly, for a comb. And so I like to start at the ends, of course, and work my way all the way up. I'm going to go ahead and put that hair into sections as well and work my way through so it's easier for me to blow dry. This is just a simple Conair blow dryer. I'm blow drying my hair on high speed, low heat, and as you can see, I'm pulling it pretty taut. That way I can stretch it with at least heat as possible. I'm going to be using this paddle brush to help me stretch it a little bit more, and I'm not going for bone straight hair here, you guys. As you can see, that's my hair with shrinkage and that's my hair stretched out. I'm not going for super silky bone straight hair. I'm just going for stretched hair. And as you can see, I also need I need a trim, but we're not going to worry about that right now. I trimmed a little bit of my hair off camera. I'm going to go ahead and continue to stretch this hair out and prep it for the braid out. As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and section this off and pin it back. That way it's easier for me to work with. Today I am using also the Cream of Nature Honey Collection twisting cream. I really love this stuff. It's nice, thick, and creamy right here, as you can see. And I'm only going to use about two fingerfuls for each section. And I'm making pretty big sections because I want my curls to be pretty big. I don't want them to be too small. So I'm going to put a nice amount on there and I'm going to braid it down to about 3/4 away down. And I want to leave the rest of that hair hanging down for the actual perm rod. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of more product there on the end and take the comb and smooth that through. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this perm rod all the way around and hook it on the end. Super simple, super easy. I think anyone can possibly do a braid out. Moving on to the next section, you can see how big these sections are. Like, I'm not taking tiny sections at all, but I'm taking a nice amount of product on there. And so I'm going to go ahead, start this section, braid down, as you can see, and I'm not braiding very far. And you can see how thick these sections are, you guys. It doesn't have to be really small sections. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap that around as well. I'm going to slow it down here so I can show you. I'm literally just taking the hair and wrapping it around the perm rod. Nothing fancy here. And then I'm taking my hand to twist it some more, that way that is very secure along the perm rod. You really want to make sure you use that extra product on the end so that it stays in place. I'm going to go ahead and transition to the next section so you can see how big that section is. And again, I'm not being perfect. I'm barely using a comb here. I'm probably using my fingers most of the time. And you can see how big these sections are, and you can see me getting that extra product there and really putting it on the end. You really want to focus on the ends. For a great perm rod set, it's all about the ends. So I just went ahead and did the rest of my hair, as you can see, and I'm going to go ahead. This one is coming down a little bit, so I got to wrap that one up. And I'm just going to go ahead and put my scarf on, and I'm going to let this dry overnight. And I'm going to come back tomorrow and take it down. So here, it's the next day. I've worked out by this point. I've actually had to reapply some of these perm rods on the end because I went to the gym and it just kind of got a little crazy. But I'm just going to go ahead and take these perm rods down. Nothing super fancy, just taking them down. I'm going to use a little Camille Rose Naturals oil, put a few drops in my hand, work that through. I'm just going to put that all over my head, as you can see, and work that through each little section. And then I'm going to carefully take down each section with the oil on my hand. This is the area you want to pay the most attention to, is the takedown, because you don't want your hair to become too frizzy. It's actually a very humid day when I recorded this, so it was really hard for my hair to dry all the way because I was running so many errands. So my hair did get a little frizzy, which I was a little sad about, but it came out quite nicely and I'm still very satisfied with it. As I'm taking the braids down, you'll notice me putting my fingers through the root, or kind of like at the base of my hair. And that's just for me to stretch my hair a little bit right at the root before I use the pick, just to stretch it and give my hair a little bit of that length. So I go ahead and I just kind of pull it a little bit to get some of that length back. And I still have a lot of oil on my hand while I'm doing this, so that's why I put so much oil on my hand to begin with, because I really wanted to make sure that my hand had enough oil on there so that the hair does not become frizzy. I'm really going to take my time with this front one because that's the hair that, your first impression, where people are going to see the most. So I'm just taking my time. The video is sped up, but I'm really, really taking my time here on the front, and you see how defined that braid out is. I just love braid outs. It gives me the most definition, way more than twist outs for some reason, and I like to put the perm rods there on the end. I think anyone can do this style. It's great for if you're transitioning as well. And again, if my hair had dried 100%, which I'm sad that it didn't, it would have been even more defined. So I have that down and my hair looks crazy, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the back and just separate this a little bit, very carefully, because my hair is still a little damp. And so as you can see, it might get a little frizzy there, but it's still not bad. I still like it. So you want to separate this very, very slowly and very, very carefully. So now what I'm going to do is get my pick. I'm just going to go through a little bit, pick it out, and I'm really going to pick it into my desired likeness. I love big hair, so I want to make sure that I focus on the root only. That way it's picked out to my liking and it gives my hair just the amount of volume that I need. I ended up picking it a little bit more, but not too much, because like I said, my hair was still damp and I didn't want it to make it more frizzy than it already was. Overall, I really like how this turned out. Like I said, this is one of my favorite styles. A little frizzy in the back, but hey, I still like it. I'm still gonna rock it. Thank you guys so much for checking out this tutorial. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, this is one of my favorite styles, so if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.